Welcome to the Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon Series. I'm your host, Captain Matt. Today, we're talking pontoons. We're talking Barletta pontoons. And the question I get on Barlettas is, are they worth it? Are they too expensive? So, thought we would talk through the history, the little bit about the boats that I've actually inspected at boat shows, and give you my take on the Barletta. Founded in 2017, so they're a very recent company. They've only built boats for four. They're going into their fifth year with their 2022 model. Their CEO, Bill Finch, is the CEO and co-owner, and he came from the RV industry. He worked 30 years in the RV industry, was a partner at Grand Design RV, and they had over $50 million in sales when they sold the company, and they focused on high quality, top level service. And as a boater, he decided to get into the boating world with the thought that, hey, there's an opportunity for a very high quality, top-notch pontoon and bring some of my discoveries and knowledge from the RV industry, apply it to the boating industry, and dominate the pontoon market. So that's how they came into the market just a handful of years ago. They came in refined, quality pontoons with a very much a customer-focused attitude. And because of that attitude and their focus on quality and not price, they were, from the dealers that I spoke to, and when they were in their recruiting phase, they were very selective about who they brought into the dealer network. They would pass on some dealers even if they didn't have a market covered if it wasn't the right fit. So they chose a lot of dealers that were nautique dealers that didn't have a pontoon line, or to add to their pontoon line if they didn't have a top-notch one, as well as cobalt dealers that had that top level of brand and that clientele. So that's how they got started, and this is where they are right now. They've got the L class, which is the first models that they introduced. Then they brought on the Corsa and the C class, their mid-level and their value model. So the L class is the luxury. That's their top of the line. The Corsa is kind of that mid-level, focused on a little bit sportier, although when you look at it, it looks about the same. It's more of a interior package in my opinion. And then the C class is the value model. Now, when I say value, I'm not talking cheap. What they've done is they've scaled down the interior and some of the amenities and tried to hit a price point, but it's not an entry level. It's not a cheap pontoon. And we'll talk about pricing and my thoughts there. They also have what they call the slide tune, which is a 8.5-foot beam tri-toon that extends to 1410 beam. So it actually slides out. Again, technology from the RV industry that was applied to the boating world. I don't know that they're selling a bunch of those. I don't know that that's something they will continue. They've got the patents on it. They won some awards. It's cool. I'm not sure how practical it is for boaters wanting that, but we'll throw that out there. So this is the Barletta that I inspected at the boat show in Greenville. Now, because of the inventory situation this year, there was only one Barletta there, so I could only inspect the L class. This is the luxury class, and I'll show you some of those pictures there. A good-looking boat. They, not much different on the exterior. That's going to separate them from the other top people in the industry: Bennington, Harris, Premier, Crest, Manitou, right? So they're, on the looks, very, very similar. They look sharp. They have nice lines, but looks pretty similar. If you are looking at a new boat, or you just bought a boat, check out the Best Boat Captain on the Lake. There's a pontoon version that you can check out. Best Pontoon Captain on the Lake.com is the website there. Barletta does a lot of the little things very, very well, like this ladder. It may look like just a standard ladder, but if you look, it's actually set back. The grab rails are set back about 6 to 8 inches, and it is also wider than most pontoons. You can kind of see that width there. And what that helps with is when you're a little bit older, maybe a little heavier, maybe not as nimble, having that wider grip and having that grip coming from a point further up in the boat, when you do go to pull yourself up, you've actually got some leverage that you can use. It makes a big difference. I think a best-in-class ladder. Now, you may say that's stupid. It's a 500 is probably $1,000 ladder, but it's a ladder. Who really cares? As long as if you are not as nimble, not as mobile, it makes a huge difference in the enjoyment. The pontoon that my family has had, or actually this is a bow rider. My dad didn't get in the water because he couldn't get back out if we were anchored out in the cove. So in July and August, it was just too hot. He didn't get in the water. He didn't enjoy boating like he used to until they got the pontoon that had a much better suited ladder. And this is, like I said, the best ladder that I've seen in the industry. Other than Harris does the one with the platform that sticks out. It's probably about an 18-inch by 18-inch square, which is nice, and it is a nice ladder as well. But I like the design of this one. The interior, they do a great job. It's nice quality upholstery. I didn't put the video of me showing the seams and the thickness and durability of the upholstery, but it's a really nice upholstery, beautiful stitching. Not much different than what you're going to find on a Harris, what you're going to find on a Bennington, and those other top tier pontoons as well. But matter of fact, I had pictures that were of a Harris, and it had virtually the exact same cross-stitching pattern on it, and I had them confused that it was a boat that was right next to this one. So good-looking upholstery, great job on the interior, quality material, quality seating, everything about the boat. You can just, when you step on it, it's just, you feel the quality, which is great. They do have this easy fill fuel station and the big ski tow bar. They do a great job on the ski tow bar. If you look at the design, when you pull from up here, that force is kind of going down and using some, physics probably? Good engineering, I'll say, on this. So it's rated for tubing, and it's something that I recommend. Usually don't pull a tube from a ski tow bar, but on this one, I'm going to say, hey, they've built it in a way that force is going down versus having it straight up and down and the force pulling and not having that structural support like this one does. And they've got their easy fill fuel station, which you can fill from anywhere, some cup holders there. It's nice, but the ski tow bar is what really gets me. You can see the picture of it here, the cup holders, the fuel fill, and goes right down into that fuel cell there. But if you look at the thickness of the ski tow, I should have got a better picture of that, but I didn't. They've got their pet bowls, kind of a little gimmicky thing. A lot of the pontoon owners like to bring their pets. It's great if you have a pet. Cool integration. It's space that's just wasted otherwise, and so they utilized it. But this is one of two areas that I think Barletta excels. They've got their under deck structure. It's the things you can't see on a boat that really do make the difference. So they've got their heavy duty combination cross members and VIP technology, vibration isolation pad. What that means is they have a sturdy, durable foundation that they built this boat on. If you look at these cross members, they have them spaced closer together, thicker, more durable material than any other manufacturer on the market. Not only just by looking at it, can you see, if you were to compare this to a Harris, a Bennington, a Crest, a Manitou, whoever, the gauge of the aluminum cross members, the structure of it just blows them away if you were to look at them side by side. That's great, but you can actually feel it on the boat. So I've run, Harris's, Benningtons, Crests, Manitous, Premiers. I've run them a ton of pontoons in my day, and when I got on that Barletta for the first time, it was a tri-toon with a 150 on a rough lake here in the Carolinas, and my first thought was, this thing is rock solid. I think it was probably a 2018, maybe a 2019 model that I was on. They were still new in the marketplace, and it is a rock solid feel to that boat, the structure. Even if you just look, this is a structural component, not just a finished piece. Look at the extra bracing that they build here to just make it more rigid, more strong. And if you were to get a ding on the side, you've got some more structural support there. In the transom, look at how sturdy that is, and look at how close all those cross members are. It is, in my opinion, the best built chassis of a pontoon that you're going to find. And then everything else they do a great job on as well. And here's the second thing that they do better than anybody. In my mind, they've got the best service of any pontoon manufacturer in the market right now. And the reason I say that is I am a member of their pontoon owners group on Facebook, and there is a number of issues that come up. Unlike most manufacturers, they don't say, hey, go to your dealer and the dealer will take care of it. They say, go to the dealer, and if they can't take care of it, you let us know and we will take care of it and talk to the dealer. They have this username, John Barletta, that will respond to virtually everything and respond very, very quickly. Just curious as to what kind of setup y'all use to pull a tube. So everybody gives their opinion. It's a very active user group, but then John Barletta pipes in with the manufacturer's comment. If it's a warranty item, hey, we know about that issue and we're taking care of it, and here's the fix. We'll contact your dealer and get them what they need. Or, hey, thank you. That's an issue that we haven't had before. Either the dealer will contact you or somebody from Barletta will contact you, and we'll find out some more about it because, hey, some things aren't perfect. We make mistakes. Some things can happen in the manufacturing process. Maybe it's a flaw in the way it's designed that we haven't caught yet. And they are, from what I see, are continuously improving and improving. Other manufacturers that I've personally been involved with and that I see in my research in the marketplace is, must be user error. No, dealer must have screwed something up. Everything has to go through the dealer. I'm sorry if you've got a terrible dealer. That's just the way it is. We don't handle anything. And it's a different mentality. It's a different level of taking responsibility and accountability. And I'm really blown away. I've met the CEO. I've met the head of sales at different boat show events that I've been through, and it's something that I haven't seen in this industry. Cobalt is probably the closest on the fiberglass side. Nautique is up there as well. And I think that's why they went after the Cobalt and the Nautique dealers as they were building out their dealer network, because they do it incredibly well. Now, with all of that said, there's price to consider. So they are, from what I've seen, and I didn't get a shot from the boat show on the particular boat that I looked at. I had them for all of the other 50 pontoons I inspected that day, but they are the most expensive pontoons on the market. So are they worth it? For the right people, absolutely 100%, totally worth it. If you've got the money, if you are somebody that is, hey, I want to be taken care of, I want to have the best of the best of the best, Barletta is absolutely for you. If you're on a super rough lake, my experience on it is that thing's going to be rock solid on the roughest conditions you can throw at it for 15, 20 years. And it's going to be the most rigid foundation of any boat that you can get. Yes, it's worth it. Now, if you're on a little bit of a budget, hey, I'm not really somebody that needs to have the nicest of the nice, you may not, it may not matter to you. If you've got another great dealer that supports another brand in your marketplace, hey, they've got top-notch dealers, But there are other great dealers that are out there in different market areas. The one thing is they stand behind their product better than I've seen any other manufacturer. So something to consider, but there's a price to pay for that. They are certainly going to be $1,000 to several $1,000s more than the next comparable. And if that's important to you, you're going to love it. You're going to have a great experience. Are you going to have a perfect experience? Maybe not. But from what I've seen is they're going to step up and they're going to take care of it and they're going to make it right, because from what I'm seeing in their business model is they're going to get you to buy, not get you, they're going to be there when you're ready to buy your next one and your next one and your next one. And that's the reputation they're trying to build in the marketplace. Not just, oh, sell you one boat and we're done. Thanks for it, but good luck, like you see some other dealers and manufacturers do. So in that way, I think absolutely they're worth it. If that's not you, it's not necessarily me at this stage in my life. Hey, if I can save 10 grand and get a comparable that may not be as well built, but it's going to be suitable for the type of water I boat on, I'm going to save the 10 grand. My father-in-law, he is, I'm going to upgrade my truck every 2 years, and I'm going to get the best of the best in whatever I get. If I'm buying a tractor, I'm getting a John Deere. If I'm buying a fiberglass boat, I'm getting a Cobalt. If I'm buying a truck, I'm getting an F-150 Lariat. I'm getting the top package, and I want the best. Barletta is absolutely perfect for that type of person. So that's my take on it. People that I know that have them are loving them. If you are interested in buying a boat, you can check out the US Boat Expo. You can get a free 7-day pass where it's an event where I interview 20 industry experts. You can check that out. If you're close to buying a boat and you're nervous about operating the boat, the best boat captain on the water, bestboatcaptainonthewater.com. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a comment. If you own a Barletta, let me know. If you've had a different experience than what I share, let me know, because I always love to hear from people that actually have them. YouTube's recommended some videos, and remember, life truly is better on a boat.